Super Bowl champs and the Browns. Next on Madden Football.
We're in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Brooklyn Bulls and the Cleveland Browns. Takes it at the 7 and beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks standing at 6'5".
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Throwing Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
That's taken it around the 40. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bulls on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They go play action here on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Touchdown! That's caught. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bulls lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Cleveland offense making their way out. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try?
The throw for Tony is intercepted. Grady Williams picks it off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time. And often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game. And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Rolling to his right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Touchdown! It's complete. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bulls are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because...
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. Now he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Following the fumble recovery, Jones. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, they're on him too quickly back there, and it's blocked. And this will be a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bulls are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, partner, time to start thinking about dinner plans after this one. I don't want to write him off first quarter, but my goodness, the offense clicking like this in a 4-score lead.
We are programmed to not get to that stage, right? To not think that way, but you can't help it. They look like sheer perfection right now with those 4 scores this early. Let's see if they can keep it up, and let's see if there's any way possible they can be slowed down.
And right now, I don't see any signs of them being slowed down. Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Takes it at the 7th. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot. But nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They'll look to throw again. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Touchdown! It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bulls continue to pull away here in this first half. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
On second down now, Middleton. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. From the gun, Jones. Oh, there's Tony bringing it in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. Jones now on 1st and 10. And oh, he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Browns on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. Here's Tommy Townsend now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bulls just continue to roll. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. He finds his man. Complete. That's ball. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Jones throwing on first down. Able to get away. And it's incomplete.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front, because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
On 2nd and 10. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Under pressure, and down he goes. 2nd and 20. They'll drop the throw.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown.
Henry Ruggs.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Bulls would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company.
In the second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Well, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter.
And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fair.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And touchdown! A great effort there. 76 yards.
And the Bulls are pouring it on.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 20.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half. Okay.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup there on the run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Middleton. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
5 yards remain on second down.
On play action, they'll throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
Here's Jones to throw on third down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
Been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the third quarter.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the Bulls extend their lead yet again.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Still down very big on the scoreboard, but a little feather in their cap here.
And it's a big-time play, and if you don't get energized after a kick return, well, then your team just doesn't have any spark. We'll find out if this is the start of a big comeback or just cosmetics as we go along.
No problem there on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bulls get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base?
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception.
Picked off near the 32. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This one fielded at the 5.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's going the other way. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw caught by Tony.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jones.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about it.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Jones.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Touchdown! Henry Ruggs
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Bulls are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Working with his 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Jones. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
They'll try and throw for it. Sliding out of the pocket. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for two more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for two, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get two. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Jones throwing after the interception. He finds his man complete. That's ball. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Jones now on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38, 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Good job over there, baby. I see y'all. Good job over there, baby.
Well, this may be one of those games as a quarterback where you just want to go home, draw the curtains, get the ice cream out of the freezer, stay home till Wednesday.
Yeah, but I wouldn't advise that because if you stay home till Wednesday, the backup's going to have your job on Tuesday. All right, so I would say get out of bed, but I understand the sentiment. What a tough go for him. Defense, active all game long, foiled everything he tried to do, and then finished it off in a big way.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Double tight, double tight. 4 down.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Back to throw. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start first and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
Point after here coming up. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
That's complete to Tony.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost, it was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jump pressure comes, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and